Thank you for taking the time. Aside from having to do press, good day for you
I
so far?
know. It's been a good day. It's been a lot of press, but I like it.
Well, that means that people want to speak with you. I mean,
Yeah,
it's better than no one wanting to speak with you.
that's true. That's very
There
true.
you go. So in the show, my first exposure to you in the show, you were talking about you initially had some hesitation about putting yourself out there, given the topic. When did you start to notice, hey, this is right, I did the right thing?
Hmm. I feel like once I started getting like messages of like other women, like, oh, I dated this inmate, or do you have advice for this? Then I was like, okay, clearly I'm doing something right, you know?
Yeah, you make a really good point when you describe in that video about how it's video calls and things of that nature. Because the average person who's ignorant about the prison system just thinks it's payphones. It's the one payphone on the wall. You put a quarter in the payphone. No, there's
Yeah.
TikTok, right?
That's definitely outdated. So there's TikTok, like there's all types of things. Like you got letters, you got JPay accounts, you have TikToks. Like now they be on like social media and stuff like that. So it's just like, you have more time to like socialize and you're communicating like throughout the whole day. So it's different. Like if you were dating somebody on the outside world, you might see them like once a week or something like that where you're going on dates. But like when you're talking to somebody in jail, you're talking to them like every day, 24/7. So like of course the connection is a little bit more intense because you're building like every day.
What's the hardest part of doing this show? Because once you got over the hurdle of knowing you were doing the right thing, was it scheduling? Was it getting people from your family to participate? What was it?
I feel like everybody pretty much was on board with like doing things. But filming with Harry sometimes can be a bit difficult. He's really still like getting used to like, being on camera and stuff like that. So for him,
Mhm.
it's kind of like overwhelming. He's like, okay, this is a bit much. Like, are we almost done? Like, so I think like, filming with him sometimes can be a little bit difficult. And just like being on TV too, like, because people they see you on TV, they might only see you for like 15 minutes out the entire hour show, and then they think they know you.
Right.
So that's always hard too, because it's just like, calm down. Like I do come off crazy sometimes. I do crazy things, but I'm not a crazy person. So it's like relax, get to know me, and like,
Yeah.
see who I am.
Well, you come across very natural on camera.
Oh,
When I
I
watch
really don't
any
mind.
video of myself like 8 years old and there's a
Mhm.
camcorder or whatever in the room, you're like I change the second that the camera
Mhm.
goes on. You seem like you're a natural. Have you always felt comfortable on camera?
Definitely. Like I definitely always felt natural. Like it's so funny because like growing up, like I always was like, I'm gonna be an actor and stuff like that. Like clearly I'm not an actor now, but I do get to be around cameras. So like I feel like it's on the same, it's kind of on the same level. So like I definitely always been comfortable. And to me, like I feel like maybe like initially, like it's like, oh, all these cameras, but then you kind of forget that it's even there.
Yeah. So you just said it, you kind of forget it's even there. And these days, nobody seems to do one thing anymore. Somebody will be a TV star and an entrepreneur, and they have a single out and they
Yeah.
make cameos in movies. Is that the long term goal for you?
Definitely the long term growth for me. I feel like I want to do like a lot of people don't know that like I write contemporary horror. So like I'm
Hmm.
like a huge fan of like Stephen King and stuff like that. So I do want to put like out a book or two. I definitely would love to get into some acting. That would be dope. I definitely want to wear a lot of hats. Like I do makeup and stuff like that. So I want to get into like a makeup line or just if anything. If I start small, like with eyeshadows or something like that, I think that would be dope to do.
And do I have it correct that this show leads to another show in the very near future?
Yes.
There you go.
So we're
Tell
definitely
me
moving
more
on to
about
the
that.
next. We're definitely moving on to the next franchise. We're going into life after now. So it's definitely going to be a journey on this one. So I'm looking forward to everybody seeing it, but also like you get to see some real shit and it's real life stuff.
Mhm. What's next for you beyond the TV show? And the reason I ask this because you just told me about your goals and your aspirations. But some people, when you speak to them about their career, they know what the next 12 moves are, like they're playing chess. Are you one of those kinds of people where it's all written out, it's all on a vision board?
I definitely have a vision board for sure. Do I write things out? Clearly from the show, we see like I just be taking leaps and I don't be having a plan. So like I definitely need to get a plan, but I definitely have a vision board. Like I know, I want to get a manager to help out with stuff like that. So that way I can have things lined up because I'm bad at that. But I'm definitely know what I'm looking forward to and what I want for myself. And then I also, because like I want to be so, public and in the public eye and stuff like that, I feel like the only thing I can control is like my real life. So I would love to have like a cabin in the woods. Like that is something I've always wanted because I feel like that'll be like my little sanctuary when I'm not in the public eye.
Most people say cabin in the woods, and you said you're a horror fan, Stephen King. Bad stuff usually happens in the cabin in the woods in the horror
All the time, but I'm here for it. I used to make jokes because Harry used to always make jokes about that. He'd be like, "Are you trying to bury me and hide me?" I was like, "Maybe." You ever seen the movie with Johnny Depp and he had the little cabin, he was killing people and he put them in like the garden? I said that might be you if you mess up. So
There you go. So do you feel that Harry comes across on camera the way he is off camera? Is he the same guy?
Hmm. I feel like no. I feel like he might come off a little different sometimes because he doesn't really like filming. So I don't know if he might look agitated or like over it or like, I think he might seem like a lot like nonchalant because sometimes I get comments like, "Oh, he don't really care" and stuff like that. And I'm just like, no, he does. I have to just see him in person because he's not like this. But like with the cameras on, it's just like he gets like, "Okay, are we almost done? Like, is it like what we doing?" So yeah, I definitely think he's like two different people.
So it sounds like you bring the best out of him. That's what I'm learning.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
And
I have a lot more patience than him.
but besides the connection that you initially made through social media, what is it that you two have in common? Are you into the same movies, the same music, anything like that?
So what we have in common pretty much is like our life experiences. Like we kind of grew up almost the same. Like we both had kind of like rough childhoods and
Sure.
childhood traumas and things like that. So we kind of bonded within that. We like the same movies and things like that. And we're both like, because our past experiences, we know what we don't want to do. So like that's pretty much how we have bonded, and it's just growing from there.
Wow. Okay. Well, the last thing I want to ask is related to all that.
Mhm.
What was it in your life that helped you turn things around? I ask it because some people who are in a tough spot are always trying to figure out how they can improve their life and get to a better situation. Was it a particular person or event or movie, or what was that?
So for me, it was therapy. So I feel like once I like start feeling like I was hitting rock bottom, like I started going to therapy, I started meditating, I started eating better. And then of course, like enters Anaris, which is my psychic. Once I went to her and I started seeing like, I would get confirmation from her because pretty much I had my mind made up, but I just wanted confirmation. So once I started going to her and I started saying, okay, like you're on the right track, you're doing the right things,
Mhm.
then I was like, okay, cool. But at first, like, listen, life was a shit show, but things are just progressively getting better. I think it's your mindset. And it's what you speak, because what you speak, you get back. So you got to watch what you put out into the universe.
Wow. The reason I'm glad to hear all this is because your life did not peak in high school. It
No,
sounds like the best is not only yet to come, but everything is gotten wonderful in the past few years
yeah,
for you. And
definitely.
most people kind of in high school are going, I'm not as good as these people. I'm not doing as well as them. My life is over. You're clearly
Nah,
the opposite.
yeah, I'm 30 years old and now look, I'm on somebody's TV show. So I feel like, you just got to have patience and you got to realize just because it might happen for them doesn't mean it's your season and your time. So you just got to be, manifest, have your vision boards, like work towards it, but know that it's not going to happen when you want. It's all divine timing.
And Harry as well. Life gets
Yes.
better.
I tell him that all the
And
time,
there you
all
go.
the time.
Indy, thank you so much for your time. I'm
Thank
looking
you
forward
for
to everything
having
that's to
me.
come for you.
Thank you so much.
Paltrocast.